Hey everyone, it's Graham here with another White Coat Webisode. Excited to talk to you all today a little bit about voice. What is voice? Why do we talk so much about voice? Why do we think it's so important? And how do you communicate your voice digitally? So first things first, just kind of what is voice? Easiest explanation for voice is just that it is a representation of who you are through text, images, or otherwise. In our case, we're really talking about digital media, typically your website, sometimes social media, sometimes some of your other assets. But really the question we're asking when we talk about voice is how do we communicate who you are to your patients and prospective patients online? Why is this so important? I actually just had this conversation the other day. I think voice is becoming even more important. What we're seeing is an influx of generic, sometimes AI generated, but just strictly generic content online. Nobody really stands out from anything. And in terms of just being able to create, there's plenty of creation out there. I can read 10 websites and they're all going to say the same thing about largely the same procedure. There's not a lot of differentiation there. So how do we stand out? How do we actually get people excited to come in and see us? It's voice. It's really, really important that if we're going to differentiate, we differentiate on the things that people increasingly are looking to trust. More and more and more and more, what people want is a real human being, giving them real medical care and actually, saying online, hey, I'm not just a doc in a box. I'm not just here to treat you and kick you out. I'm here to hear who you are as a human being and then treat your symptoms to the best of my abilities. Communicating that online is so, so, so valuable. I had this conversation with a client not too long ago. They, on their website, they're actually in plastics, and they had the headline image was an image of somebody performing plastic surgery. Well, surgery on its own is pretty sterile. It's meant to be sterile, which is certainly fine. And like communicating a level of that sterility is important if you're doing surgery. We want people to know it's going to be clean, but that's not really what gets people excited to come see you. Certainly not what I would put above the fold. What you want up there is you want to talk about results. You want to talk about how you're going to feel when you come into the office. You want to talk about how you're going to feel when you leave the office. And then to the best of your abilities, you want to talk about the level of care and treatment that the physician and the physician's team or the surgeon and the surgeon's team are going to provide when you come through the doors. If we can get images of the office, even better. What it's like when you sit in the waiting room is such a crucial part of that experience that I don't think we think about nearly enough. And if we can communicate that online, that's really going to drive people through your doors because they can see, oh, look at the nice waiting room. They've got magazines. They've got all of these things that may feel standard, feel like they don't need to be communicated. But when prospective patients see them and they're like, oh, it's not, a rat hole on the wrong side of town, they're willing to come in and come see you. So communicating voice, finding out who you are and then communicating that online, it really truly is one of the single most powerful things we can do from a marketing perspective to actually grow your practice. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to learn more about you. We'd love to figure out what your voice is and then help you communicate it online. You can find us on social media or come visit us at whitecoatweb.com. I'm really excited to speak with you. I love doing these webisodes. Even more than I love doing these webisodes, I love having one-on-one conversations with people who are just looking to grow their practice or better communicate with their patients. I love helping people solve this type of problem. So come and see us.